So yeah, I always liked bigger boards, and I was trying to go fast and just try to find something that would land really big airs, you know, into the untracked snow or uneven snow, or you know, less not groomed snow. And I've always liked getting away from, you know, I get a little claustrophobic around too much activity or just too much of a scene, and I got to get away from all the noise and just like get freed up. So that's kind of still where I'm at, you know. It's like a really personal thing for me. The enjoyment of it is, you know, just really carving the high-speed turns, a toe side turn as fast as I can in some deep pow, and having a nice plume just curling over is the essence of the whole thing for me. And you know, I like jumping off cliffs, and like I said, I've been doing it a long time. I love exotic snowboards. I like every type of snowboard. From, you know, I like twins. I don't ride them as much. I like directional boards, but I'm really thrilled about the banana camber, and I think the pin tails are cool, and like all of it, the magnet traction, all that stuff. I like anything weird. I think it's great. In the beginning, I was a little bit, you know, put off. Some of the jib sticks I don't really dig so much when people cut their noses down, but you know, that's what people did back in the day so they could jib better or whatever, and that's cool, man. I like to see it all, you know, people taking action and doing something different. And you know, I got a pretty good quiver. Maybe we'll look at it later, but I just dig snowboarding. I dig the mountains. I love the snow. I like wintertime snow, I like cold snow, like fast snow, like light snow, like all kinds of snow, but generally the colder stuff. And I love going to Alaska and riding helis. If I got to hike, I'll hike. You know, whatever it takes to get me out there, I'm ready. I like snowmobiles, and really just doing it, man. I can ride mellow stuff and have awesome runs in the trees on mellow runs. I don't have to be, you know, trying to kill myself. Sort of toned it down some of the bigger jumps maybe lately, but I'm not, you know, I'm feeling pretty strong lately, so I'm actually ready to come out with some performance riding, I'm thinking, this winter. Quit drinking. Did a lot of drinking over the years, and had a lot of fun, and now I'm off it. I'm gonna try that for a while, and I'm just really looking forward to this winter, and I can't wait to get out there and slay it. I'm gonna be on big boards, hauling ass, and you know, and on some shorter stuff in the steeps, and you know, in the park a little bit. I'm gonna be out there. I might even do a couple runs through the pipe if I feel like it. But yeah, I've been doing it 20 years. I've seen the gear go from, you know, we started out when the gear was just horrible. You had to drill your own holes in the thing to put your bindings in, and they ripped off, and we didn't have high backs, and you know, I've seen every configuration come and go, and you know, kids don't even know today how good the gear is compared to the stuff that we rode on. And it's funny because, like, really at the peak of my career, or my formative years were on, you know, in the late 80s and early 90s, were on crap. Like I was on, I see the shots, and like if people knew like I had 3 screws in 1 foot, you know, they couldn't even understand that I was doing some pretty cool stuff, and it all looks good and easy, but really we were just only glued on we were hanging on by our toenails, you know, most of the time, just hoping that things wouldn't blow apart. So it's cool to see the way the equipment is developed, the way the industry has gone. I don't know, I think a lot of people are into it for the wrong reasons nowadays. It's such a fashion show, and I don't know, people get caught up. It's always cool. Everyone loves to have new gear and nice stuff, and I love having new gear and nice stuff, but really my best days are when I have no expectations. You know, even a lot of times I'll think it's gonna suck, or I'm not gonna have that fun, and I just go do something like claw my way across the rocks or something to get into some little chute or something, and it just opens up into such an awesome day. And those are the days I think I like the most. A lot of times I'll really be scouring or just groveling to get to a spot, and then it's killer because no one went there because they didn't want to grovel that hard. And I think sort of a lot of the most gratifying things about the sport, about snowboarding, happen when you're willing to, like, you know, put down all that all the glam and the bling, and just kind of like put that away, and you know, just come on back down to what it's really all about, which isn't, you know, I don't need man-made features so much. I just need like to get out and connect with what the mountains are as they are, you know, not the way we want them to be, because we drive a bunch of snowcats around and make a bunch of man-made features and crap, and everybody's hanging out with their disco clothes on, their gold chains and shit. You know, it's fine. If you want to do that, that's cool, but really, you know, I don't need it. I'm going the other direction when that shit's going on. So I don't know, that's kind of where I'm at. It's been the same for me the whole time. I've just always been into, like, you know, the powder and the mountains, and like watching the big mountain guys like Glenn Plake. And I always go back to skiers because I saw those guys in the beginning, Glenn Plake and Scott Schmidt, and I saw what they were doing, and I just knew at that moment I want to do that. You know, I never thought I would even be in a helicopter back in the day, but I knew I wanted to, but I just thought that'll never happen. And then at one point in my life, I was riding choppers all the time. You know, I was in Alaska just walking in and out of the heli thing, and they'd be like, "Farmer, who's gonna cover your thing?" And I'd be like, "K2's got me. Just built to them. I'm good. Don't bother me." So I'd walk in the front door and out the back door and into the bird. That was sweet. I got to you know, I was privileged to get to go through that time and ride off kick-ass mountains in Alaska, and you know, kick-ass mountains in France. And you know, sometimes I look back and I could have done things differently, but I had a pretty awesome run, and it doesn't matter to me what goes on, because I know I can find it on a personal level every time. So I'm looking forward to the winter. Squaw Valley, North Star, don't dog it, and everywhere up here, man. I'll be here. Farm's back. Farm's back. Rommel, me and Rommel are the same age in dog years.